I love my wife. 51 years. I love the way she cooks. I love to go out for dinner. I love to go out for lunch, for breakfast. In fact, both of us really enjoy going out to eat. We enjoy going to new places. We enjoy people. In fact, if you think about it, eating good food, going to a new place, enjoying companionship, those ingredients all go together to translate into good times, good memories, perhaps a good story. I'd like to share one. A couple years ago, my wife and I were invited to attend a breakfast. That's a good start. Fancy place, top of mountain, Lehigh University, Iacocca Center, pretty fancy. People, doesn't matter all the other people, but Lee Iacocca was going to be there. Lee Iacocca, he's the man. I've been a fan of Lee Iacocca's for a long time. For those of you that live in the neighborhood, you know that he grew up in Allentown, Pennsylvania, on the east side, a little community, a little neighborhood called Midway Manor. Pennsylvania Avenue. I happen to have grown up in Midway Manor, Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, his parents and my parents were a little bit different. My parents didn't have a lot of money. His parents had made a lot of money. He had come over from Italy, started a fast food place, Huges5. The reason it's called Huges5 is because the Pennsylvania Dutch couldn't say Iacocca. True story. Made a lot of money. He went to Allentown High School and then Lehigh University, got his degree in engineering. First year out of school, his mom and dad set him up in the food business. Those of you in the area may remember the Four Chefs. Remember the Four Chefs? It was a place to get great steak sandwiches. It was next to Walt's on Union Boulevard. The first year out of school, he personally made $180,000. That was a lot of money back then. A lot of money now. So he goes to his dad. He goes, "Dad, I don't want to be in the food business. I want to be in the Ford business. I want to sell cars." The rest is history. He joined Ford Motor Company, climbed the corporate ladder, became vice president. He came up with the idea of the Ford Mustang. He fathered the Ford Mustang. Had a little bit of falling out with the Ford company, the Ford family. They let him go. He went to Chrysler, became, all this time, he was making a lot of money. He was donating back to Lehigh University. That last donation, $5 million, was the reason for that breakfast that we attended. I couldn't wait. I wanted to meet him. I wanted to thank him. I had all my material ready, and I went to that breakfast, and Alice Gass, the president of the university, after the breakfast that we had, said a few words and introduced him, and he came on, and oh, what a class act he is. After his speech, he went back to the little round table where he was eating breakfast, and a bunch of people started to move in his direction to say hello. I got in that line. I was third in line. And once I got up, face to face with Lee Iacocca, I said, "Mr. Iacocca, first of all, I want to thank you. In 1964, I was a senior at Lehigh University. I was taking a marketing course. And I decided I wanted to do a paper on the market research that went behind the Ford Mustang." I turned the page and I said, "This is a copy of a letter that I wrote to you." I put my parents' address so that you could see that I had been a neighbor of yours. And I asked if maybe you could send me some material. I turned the page and I said, "You sent me this gracious response. You wished me well at Lehigh and you sent me a stack of material like this." I read through it. Oh my goodness, I had it made. I wrote this report like I had never written before in my life. 2 days before it was due, I looked at him, I said, your picture's on the cover of Time and Newsweek. I read through those articles, I realized you had sent me the press releases that you were going to send them. I scooped Time and Newsweek. I said, I took your letter, made that attachment A, Newsweek B, Time C, and I turned the whole thing forward and I said, it's taken me all these years to thank you for helping me get the only A that I got at Lee. He put his hand on my forearm and he said, here's a lesson. Never apologize for thanking somebody. That's food for thought.